Hey, what's up my makeup people? If you are new to my channel, welcome. Do not forget to subscribe, and if you are not new to my channel, then welcome back. So here on Makeup by Sarah / Makeup BS, we are going to be testing out the highly coveted, highly already discussed palette by Tati Beauty. I did order it. This was not sent to me. Surprise. So I got it in the mail. This is what it looks like. Yes, it's heavy like everyone says. Yes, it's got that like velvety matte feel to it. On the back, it is much like a book. It says Tati Beauty and then volume 1 on the bottom. When it was mailed to me, it was mailed in a very inconspicuous box. It was just mailed in a plain black box. It did go through something. It looked like it got punched here, punched there. It's just was crinkled. I was terrified that my palette was broken, but luckily it was not. It came in like 500 layers of like this strange paper, which is nice because it can be recycled. And then on the inside of the box, it's got Tati's face on it. It was also wrapped in plastic, and the unicarton has the same kind of feel and vibe that the palette does, except instead of gold writing, it has just gray lifted writing that is in a text. It's just, yeah. It is textured, it is glossy, but it's not the same like rose gold that's on the palette. But everything else, like it says the same stuff, it's just got different colorings. So without further ado, let's get into the palette. So today, as you can tell by my eyeballs, I did a monochromatic look using the shade Poet, which is the one on the farthest right if you are looking at the palette. So I started off in the matte shade and went up. It's interesting that like it seems like the base tone for these two is more of like a rose gold, whereas for these two it's more of like a cranberry shade. And in the pan, these two look quite different, especially on film. Like this one looks a lot more glittery, and it's glittery, but it's not super glittery like when you put it on. A lot of the glitter, for me anyways, I thought fell off as soon as you go to blend it or put something else like around it. It gets covered, it falls out very easily. But both colors blended really well. This one seemed to, one of them, now it might have been the sequin one actually, it did seem to skip a bit on my eye, but that's very normal for me. I did take a moment to swatch both shades to see if there's anything different about them aside from sequin having glitter with this particular shade, and there is a difference. Ignore all this stuff happening up here, but the bottom one is the straight matte one, and then the higher one is the sequin version, and you can see some shimmer, but you can also tell that the swatch is quite a bit lighter as well. So this is like a deep cranberry, whereas this is more of a light cranberry shade. The only color that I used that was not part of the Poet row was a little bit of black in the corners. So that was Memory, and overall I did enjoy it. Personally, I'm not a huge glitter fan myself. Would I go out into the world with this look? Honestly, probably not. It's very intense, and it's a lot more glitter than I ever used. I will say that this glitter is staying. Aside from the little crumbs that have fallen out here, I haven't cleaned it, I haven't touched it up at all. I put it on and just kind of left it. So I would go in and like clean the edges and try to wipe away the glitter, but the glitter fell out as I was applying it. Not after, not now. It's staying put very well. I don't think on a next next time application. I don't think I'd put the glitter up as high. I think I'd keep it maybe just on the eyelid. Again, I'm not much of a glitter wearer, so, or like a glitter aficionado. So this whole upper row of glitters is a little intimidating to me, much like what other people have said. It is like a putty-like glitter. I did put primer down underneath, but I didn't add any extra like glitter primer when I went in with the glitter. My pans all looked fine. Nothing was broken, thankfully. The only one that was a little weird was Ritual. My glitter Ritual had like a weird line in it. You can kind of see. I did go in and kind of try to smooth it out, but there's this dent that just, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know where he's been or what he's seen. But overall, again, I've only strictly tried this row, and I do like the color payoff. I liked how blendable it was. I liked how workable it was. I just wanted to see how all the colors in one row could work together. So knowing that for the Poet row, I started at the bottom and ended at the top, and just that was my sequence. And I kind of blended Poet all over, and then I put, wow, why can't I speak? Poet all over, and then sequin on my lid, and also blended that up, and then I honestly just blended them all together. That was my move with taking Poet initially and putting it higher into my crease. Typically, would I use all one shade? No. I'd probably like to go into like Aura and maybe lighten up this side a little bit more. Like I said, this is a very intense look. I'd like to clean it up, but I wanted to show you guys my initial application, my initial thoughts, and what a strictly one color look would look like. So that's what I got. I know that Tati had also mentioned that she had designed the shades to go across as well, so creating a look with a matte Memory, and then a sequin Ritual, a metallic Story. No, what am I saying? Yes, a metallic Story, and ending with a glitter Soothe. And I assume you could also do that. You could do that all the way across the bottom 3 shades. I don't know how Soothe, Aura, and Poet would look together. It could work. And even these two. It was a thought I had in mind to try to test those out. So I might create another look like that. So keep an eye out for that. But this was my very quick look using Poet. It's not my best work. It's not my worst work. But they are very nice colors. I know some other people said that they thought that it was a bit more patchy looking at it. Right now, I don't think it looks patchy. The glitter is something I'm going to have to work on as a person, as a human being. The colors work well together. It's interesting that she doesn't call them pressed pigments. They are pressed powders, although reds tend to be pigments. Stop. Okay. Interestingly enough, our matte Poet, if you look at the back unicarton, in the ingredients, it lists Aura Matte, Story Matte, Poet Matte, asterisk. And so I was like, oh, that's the only one that has the little asterisk on it. Why is that? So I scroll over here, and it says not intended for immediate eye area, which is exactly where I put it. So I think they do that a lot with reds though, and I think it is because it's a pigment. It doesn't say on here that it's a pigment, but I know that reds do tend to stain the eyes. So it's possible that that's a thing. So I don't know what's going to happen when I try to take this off. We could do it as a team, but apparently they do not recommend that you use Poet in the immediate eye area, but I don't know where else you're supposed to use it. But I think it's one of those things you just have to put, and they're not going to tell you, like, don't actually use it, but it's more of a heed warning. Like I said, I did use a primer, so it's not immediately on my eyelid, and I don't, if I can recall, I don't think I really put it directly on my eyelid. I kind of started it in the corners and tried to keep it more creasy, so we'll see about that. But this is my Poetic eye look. It's intense, it's a lot. We could call in Bay. Let's call him. Welcome to Bay. Where'd he go? Ah! Let's call him like an annoying person. Hello, I didn't want to yell across the room, but I'm filming a video and I was wondering if you can come in and review my makeup. No. What do you think of my face? It's just my eyes.
All I see is a bright rain.
I can turn it off.
Brightness.
Let me turn it off. Wow, now we're just in the dark.
Wow.
Hello.
It's very sparkly.
I know, I don't usually wear glitter. I don't know how I feel about it.
Like, wow.
Blind traffic.
Just blink really fast. Yeah.
Bougie!
Mm.
Do you like it, or you like this too much?
It's for occasions, I suppose.
What kind of occasion?
Mm.
Those kinds of occasions.
Yes.
Wow. How many red heart emojis do you give this out of 5? 1 being like, this is the worst makeup I've ever witnessed in my life. It's garbage! 5 being like, this is the most beautiful I've ever witnessed.
I mean, I like it. It's just a lot.
So for every day, not appropriate.
4 sparkling hearts.
Oh, that is an emoji. Okay, love you, bye.
Bye.
Oh, Gwendol's disturbed. So you heard it here first. Bae gave it 4 sparkling heart emojis. That was pretty gracious. There you go. I also have just my normal eyelashes on my face. I think this would look better if it had some more intense, fluffy, fake eyelashes. It's just more like festive, holiday, event type makeup. And again, like I said, I would clean it up more if I was gonna wear it. This is just purely showcase. So I hope you like it. Keep an eye out, because like I said, I will try a couple different looks with this palette. And yeah, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this video. And until we meet again, and excuse like all this redness and just my voice. I'm sick. I don't know what's happening here. This is just a mess. I'm a mess. Well, key bite. Hey you guys, so quick update. So I was really just like not impressed by the single red eyeshadow look that I did. And so I went back in and tried it a different way, and I got this look, and I am much more impressed with myself with this look. So I used the same row. I just stabbed a color. I used all these, but instead of starting here, I started with the sequin color, and I put that all over and slightly buffed it into the crease, and then I used Poet in the outer corner and into the crease again. And then again, I went into Matte Memory and put just a smidge on the outer corner to darken it a little bit. And then covered my lid and slightly my crease with the metallic shade of Poet. And then put glitter starting in the inner corner and fanned it out into the outer corner instead of keeping it central. And then on the lower lid, I did the outer area in Poet and then the inner half with sequin. with Poet, with matte, and then the inner corner with sequin. And I popped a little bit of the metallic shade in my inner corners as well. I'm a much bigger fan of this style. I've just seen a lot of people doing the whole like a halo eye thing, and sometimes I can pull off halo eyes, but not with glitter, I've realized. So this is the revised look. I like it much better if you have hooded eyes like myself and more of like, I guess, an almond shaped eye. I would recommend doing it this way maybe, but if you're into the other style, then more power to you. This is an alternate look using the same colors, just a slightly varied way of using them. So just wanted to give you guys that update. And I didn't put any liner on with this one either. I just left it. So yeah, that's me. That's it. Okay, bye.